If there's one thing about me, maybe it's because I'm a lost born. People will be like, it's because you're lost born and now your parents treated you. But I'm very impatient. I like things fast. I want everything now. Like, I don't like waiting. I don't like these long periods of like 10 years where you're working towards something and then after 10 years it's going to work. I want things now and I want the best. And social media hasn't helped with this because on social media, people have the tendency to only post the final product, right? They'll post once they've signed the business deal. They'll post once they've lost the 20 kgs and now they have a six pack, or gained the 10 kgs, now they're muscular, right? But you'll never see the process that went into it. You will never see the years of working, the years of grind. I don't know if any of you can relate, but social media hasn't helped my impatience. It hasn't helped. And on top of that, people will never post the bad things on social media or the times where they were lazy. You'll never see someone posting how they stayed in bed until 1 p.m. and then they watched like 5 episodes of Peaky Blinders and then whatever, they ate like cereal and then they went back to sleep. You'll never see any of that. But best believe the one time they're in a conference room at some random person's workplace, they'll post a picture wearing a suit, showing their watch, and it'll be a quote about how they're a hustler, how they're beating the competition, how they're working harder than everyone. When 2 days ago, they were watching Netflix until 5 p.m. And the funny thing is, when you meet these people in real life, the ones who are hustling, the ones who are posting all these quotes, the ones who are like, up, early bird gets the worm, right? They'll ask you for $5. And you're like, what? What? Why are you asking me for $5? Aren't you the one who's posting these hustle culture things? And don't get me wrong, there are some people who post this stuff who are actually doing their job. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you. But for the most part, what you see on social media isn't real. By simply taking a photo, you can look like you're 5 years ahead of where you actually are. Because they say a picture says 1,000 words, right? But the thing is, for every person who views that picture, there'll be a different 1,000 words. Because you'll perceive it in a different manner. One person may actually know what's going on in that person's life, right? And they'll know the 1,000 words. They'll know that they're putting up a front. But you, who is just looking at this photo, taking it at its face value, your 1,000 words will be different. And you will let those 1,000 words become your truth. You will let those 1,000 words govern what you think about your life. I say all of this so that you understand that there's really no need to rush. And if you think that you need to rush, if you think that you need to do it today and by tomorrow latest because of social media, you need to realize that 5 years from now, you'll still be young. Social media, yes, there are good things that come from social media, but one of the bad things is you can only ever see the finished product. Some people choose to show their whole journey, but most people only show the finished product. So you'll never see the 5 years of work that went into that, the 10 years, the 10,000 hours. You never see that. So it makes you think that you need to rush, that you need to do it now, that you're behind. Sometimes all you need to do is take a step back and realize that 5 years from now, I'm still going to be young. In 5 years, I'll still be able to do all the things that I want to do now that I don't have the motion to do. And I realize that there's no point of trying to be something that you aren't or trying to appear more than you are. The problem with trying to appear greater than you actually are is, number one, you are acting, and number two, you're going to have to expend energy that you simply don't have. You're going to have to put up a front. You're going to have to buy that thing so that people, this one has emotion. You're going to have to do so many things that you simply don't have the capabilities to do on a long term because you're trying to appear greater than you are. And the funny thing is, when you're trying to appear greater than you actually are, you're depleting yourself because eventually you're going to have nothing left to give.
All I ask is when you lay your head on that pillow at night, I gave you everything I had.
If I genuinely work hard at a plan that, if executed properly, will lead to a much more abundant life in 5 years, then a lot can be achieved. Because 5 years is a very long time. I don't know about you, I'm only 20, so 5 years will be 25% of my life. 5 years from now, let's say I work at something for 5 years. That 5 years will now be 20% of my life. 20% of my life is a very long time. And the funny thing is, after that 5 years, I'll still be young. 25 is very young. There are people who are 25, and I look at them like, this person is very young. But for some reason, when it's myself, I think 5 years, I'm like, that's a lifetime away. But the thing is, I think we have a microwave society where we just want results quick. Everything that we've gotten is quick. The Wi-Fi is quick. You can download something quickly. Your food is made quickly. Just put it in the microwave, 2 minutes, it's done. We have a microwave society where everything comes fast. So we think that 5 years is a lifetime. And in many different aspects, 5 years is a lifetime. Like a lot can happen in 5 years. But the thing is, like I've said many times in this video, after those 5 years, you're still going to be young. So the message here is, don't feel the pressure to be something that you're not because you think your time is running out and you have to do it now. 5 years from, let's say you're 20 right now, you're still in a club, you want to go to parties, you want to do whatever. And you'll be able to do the exact same thing at 25. Go into Pablo's this weekend, you see that most of these people are like 30, 35. And I'm not saying I want to be in clubs 30, 35, but I'm saying you will be able, everything that you want to do now, you'll be able to do later. That's if you work. And if you genuinely work for the next 5 years at whatever you want to be, let's say you want to be a lawyer, whatever you want to be, right? In 5 years, maybe 10 years, however long it will take, it might even take 2, you won't have to pretend. You will just be living. And your authentic self will be what you've always wanted to be. So, whether it's 5 years, 10 years, at the end of it all, you're still going to be young.